I am Sarah Jordan. I'm a CCC sales supervisor here at State Farm. Been with the company for about 9.5 years, done a bunch of different things, but spent a bunch of time in fire claims before coming here to sales. That's me.
Perfect. All right, Sarah. So after multiple years of working with State Farm in the claims field, what gave you the desire to switch over from being a field agent to being an operations manager for sales?
Definitely. So I knew from the beginning with joining State Farm that I wanted to work for this company for the rest of my career. I was 19 when I started, so that gives you a few years, right? A couple years in the field gave me the opportunity to work directly with customers, which was very rewarding, and I wanted to take that experience and share it with employees who didn't have that experience. So sales was a really good fit for that because you guys talk to the customers every day, but you don't see them face to face. You're not out there when there's a tornado helping them. So I wanted to be able to share with you guys what it's like to fulfill that promise and what you're really offering, what services you're offering. So the desire to lead and the desire to kind of help the internal employees understand what State Farm actually does every day.
What was the most rewarding part of switching from that field? How did you carry that over to sales?
So definitely I would say I'm pretty passionate about fire, about our policies, about how amazing our coverages are, what a great company we are. So I try really hard to share that with you guys through storytelling of my days in claims, and then also through understanding of the policy. You know, it's not just your stuff. It's if your apartment burns down, we'll pay for you to live somewhere else for up to 2 years. Well, we find you someplace new. It's liability. It's so many different things, and I just try and share those with everyone, basically.
Okay. And what is the strongest quality that one must possess in order to be a successful leader with State Farm? And are these qualities inherent in the leaders, or is this something that you think can be learned over time?
I would say the most important quality to be a leader is leadership courage. So that's the ability to say to your boss, to your boss's boss, to your boss's boss's boss, I don't think what we're doing here is quite right, and I think we need to fix it, or something like that. Having the courage to go above and kind of confront those big issues and make changes is really what you need to be able to do as a frontline supervisor, because you see something they don't. You see the day-to-day of your employees. They don't really see that anymore, right? So if something's affecting you guys in a negative way, I need to be able to say, hey, Kevin, that's my boss. I think we're not doing the right thing here, and not be too worried about my career to make that step. I think some of that's inherent. You kind of have that or you don't, but I'm sure that someone who struggles with it, is maybe a little too nervous, could certainly build up on it, but you got to have a little bit of that courage to start with.
All right. And to date, what has been your greatest struggle for making the switch from field agent to operations manager? And then what steps have you taken to overcome that struggle?
So the hardest thing going from being able to take care of your own business to having other people take care of your business is getting results through others. So as a field rep, I set my inspections, I did the inspections, I wrote the estimates, I wrote the checks, I closed the claims, I did everything, right? I didn't need anyone's permission really, unless it was a really big loss, and I didn't need anyone's help. So now I don't make the calls, take the calls, get the binds, I don't do any of that, right? So that's been tough. At first it was really tough. I am a controller or whatever on those, personality type tests. I kind of like to do it myself, so that's been tough. But what I've tried to do is take the coaching model that State Farm has to heart, really. So that's all about helping you guys self-discover what you need to work on. So it's really just been about asking questions. So in one-on-ones and those sorts of things, if I'm talking more than you are, I try really hard to stop because I know I'm doing it wrong.
Perfect. All right, and just to wrap up here real quickly, do you find yourself in this position in the next 5 years?
So I would say I find myself in leadership in the next 5 years, definitely, but my passion is still around fire claims, so I would possibly like to get back into leadership in fire claims. I really enjoyed my time here in CCC sales. I could see coming back after some time in claims, certainly, but kind of who knows.
Perfect. All right, Sarah, that's good. Thank you so much for